Oh, you want the one about the submarine?
Sure.
Okay. Well, this was in July of 1941. Um, I had just finished midshipman school. There was a brand new ensign reported to this ship, the USS Texas, an old battleship that was built before World War One, and we were assigned the job of patrolling the North Atlantic. And being a brand new ensign, they wanted to give me a little tour of the ship so I know a few things about what went on. And they sent me down to the communications office. And in those days, communication was very different from today. We got most of our messages on Morse code with the radio, beep, 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 this sort of thing. And the enlisted men would sit there and receive these messages. They'd type them out and pass them on. Then when they got a secret message, they'd have to give it to me. I was the only officer in the room. And so I would decode the message with a typewriter-like machine. You would put down the decoded message, and then the machine would convert it to English. I finally got this message. This is from the Commander-in-Chief. Only the President can violate a treaty. So it had to be from the President. This is from the Commander-in-Chief. When you reach point X, proceed to point Y. And I wrote out the darn message, took it up to the Admiral and to the Captain, and came back. I didn't know where point X was. Had no idea where point Y was, so I didn't know what I had done, really. And so the next day, I was assigned to the bridge for my orientation. And we had a captain who was a real talker. All the time, he always blabbing away. And the officer deck came over and said, "You go him and let me do my work." So I went over, standing by the captain, and he was going on about his tale. I said, "Oh, my goodness." And, I was duly impressed by his horrible heroics. And all of a sudden, there was this periscope. Scared the living bejeebers out of me. I said, "Oh, Captain, a periscope." That's about all I could see. I was scared to death. I thought he was going to sink us right there, you know. And we signaled a destroyer that was escorting us, and the destroyer came over and sank the sub with depth charges. That's very simple, really. It explodes over the sub and crushes it. And so the sub was gone. And we continued with the day. And that night, Roosevelt gets on the radio with his fireside chat and said, "Just today, one of our battleships was attacked by a submarine in the Atlantic Ocean." Naturally, obviously, he was trying to start a war. And so we went on our way, feeling very heroic. You know, we sank the sub, big deal. And just a few years ago, just a few years, it's more than a few years now, but back in the 1970s, I was watching the History Channel, and the History Channel showed the submarine, the the destroyers sinking the sub, and made quite a deal of it. And they announced that this submarine was, the captain of this submarine was a favorite of Hitler's, and he had sent a message to Berlin to get permission to fire on this battleship. And Hitler said, "Don't fire, you'll start a war." And so the interesting part of it is that Point X was the line that we were not to cross. We had a treaty with Germany not to enter that part of the ocean. And Point Y was just a few miles away from the British island. And so we concluded that had we not seen that sub and sunk the son of a gun, that we could have started a war by having the sub hit the battleship. I think we were a target. And that was about that story.